Another upper bracket series that goes to Game 3, goes the distance. Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid. Game 1, big draft win from Liquid. Evil Geniuses, and a more even draft for them in Game 2, but definitely Crit overplaying his hero certainly helped EG secure that Game 2. And now we're here in Game 3 with a very different lineup. Sure enough, Liquid does not give away the Drow Ranger to Evil Geniuses a third time.
Let me just say, by the way, I think that is the way that you draft a Drow lineup. It's either you all in for the range stuff.
Yeah.
Or it's like a...
Or you all in on the...
Like, people will try to counter the Drow, and then you do something like an Alk or an AM or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like some unbeatable hero in that regard. And I think what's really cool about Drow is that she's pretty much like just a good hero independently. Before, she was just an aura machine. Now it's like, oh no, because of her ulti, she's just broken. But Liquid does get rid of it. I don't think they want to play a third game against it. Oh, what?
Wait, is what this? Holy cow, Kuro has his passive. This is so cool.
This is probably the...
Oh my goodness.
This is
Liquid certainly surprised Evil
things.
Geniuses with this one. A two-man stun. They just keep on going for the tower. The Bear's going to take it up.
Yo, let me say that I've said in the past that Liquid prioritizes the mid tower more than any other team, and that just took it to another level. I've never seen that before.
Ah, forget the age of level 1 Roche. Let's go level 1 mid tower. Cool stuff.
Okay. That was really cool.
Yeah, Matama Man's going to take that tower with ease.
Man, this series is just, it's delivering. I mean, who theory crafts that? Just like, oh, by the way, we're going to do 1,200 damage to the tower to start the game.
I bet when they've done that before, they've actually taken the tower.
Mm-hmm. EG responded actually pretty quickly. Like, Crit immediately came over because, I mean, I would not respond that fast. Especially in a pro game, you're just like, well.
And there's no downside to it. Like, you get chip damage on the tower, even if you don't kill it, like, okay,
no, the laning phase
do a lot of damage.
Instantly just, like, become normal.
And you forced a TP out. That's 50 gold lost for Crit.
But you got 1,200 damage to that tower.
Yeah.
We always
only wins for them.
Yeah, we always talk about how important the mid tower is to Dota because it controls this jungle area. Like, when you take mid, you then take top, and you get this entire section of the map, including your own farm. So you just effectively own half or more of the map as soon as you do it.
I said there was no downsides. There is the downside that Kuro did get his passive level 1. So
oh, yeah,
he doesn't have Miscoil, which is usually how you win your lane, as in a bad...
He's pretty much a creep right now.
What is S4 doing? Can we go to S4? He's doing something weird. We're going to see tempted go here onto RTZ. He does have a decent amount of regen, but he can almost kill him. Fly is going to be there to protect. What is going on? He's just...
That felt like, you know the low prio games?
Yeah.
Where everybody just decides to go down a lane?
Yeah.
That's what that looked like.
I think S4 drug the creep wave all the way back behind the tier 2, and then was able to, with denies and stuff, kill one of his own creep waves. And then he was in position to be able to get a devour as well. It's a cool little idea as well. Still no kills. Highest amount of building damage in 2 minutes on any hero at this event. 355. Well done, Matama Man.
Is that the most building damage we've seen like in a pro game at that time?
Ever? Probably.
Especially with the glyph change, right?
Because there was the old Leshrac that would go and like try and backdoor towers at the very start of the game as well with the Edict. But
all right, I focused on that a lot, but it was just really, I've never seen that before, so
yeah.
There's a reason for that.
I mean, you were just discussing last game how you usually see it all in Dota. There's very little stuff that surprises you anymore.
Yeah, that's why I think people thought I overhyped the crit play, but I mean, that was just neat. I'm always going to appreciate stuff that I don't see. And that was definitely a first for me. As the lanes, I mean, Matsu's doing real well. But this is a matchup I think that is fine for the LD just because... I mean, you have 2 of you to work with.
Yeah.
So you can't really astral out both of them.
I mean, sumaiL's doing pretty well for himself. He's actually up in CS as well. So they're about even when it comes to that. So sumaiL's faring okay. RTZ has been pressured a lot. We saw him almost die But thankfully, the passive regen of the Lycan is allowing him to stay in lane, and he's secured a good amount of CS. 15-2. Mind Control is beating him right now at 19-4. This is the kind of duo that didn't EG, like, was it game 1 or something that they wanted to do this kind of duo? It was Centaur and Puck.
Yeah.
They wanted to do a melee hero plus Puck aggro dual lane. That obviously was confounded by the Broodmother last pick, where they had to run Centaur mid instead, but you could see the meta. This is a common between both these teams.
Yeah, S4 is owning bottom, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah. He's doing real well for himself.
21-4. Miracle, 17-6. That is pretty well done. I bet a lot of this comes down to this 4-position crit. I had to say, 4-position Lina's been playing against it recently. It is super annoying because he's got that super long range.
He just hits you.
So there's no support that trades super well with it because he outranges everybody. There is going to be an Oracle in trouble here as one last shot from Mind Control will do it. I like that Fly turns around, just spitefully lays out some damage. We're going to watch Kuro kill himself to give Miracle a little bit more HP. And that is the downside. Lina keeps on doing harassment damage to this Morphling, but he can just go full Agi, and Miscoil is super effective.
Yeah, and a resummoned bear mid lane. Look, they're trying to
Good
set up for the Lina stun.
To be able to get this stun out, lands it perfectly. The follow-up from Fly. He died top lane, and now he's here to be able to help get this kill. But Fly, wait, why did Fly back up? He had the nukes to throw down. Now sumaiL's going to die because he overcommitted for that kill as well.
Oh, boy. And Fly, I mean, he's going for it again, but...
I mean, you saw that, right? Fly backed away. He did not get his 2 nukes of Purifying Flames on that hero.
Yeah. And he might just die for it, too. The root.
Oof.
The root is on fire as Matama Man going to pick up what should have been an easy kill on him. Now just leads to Matama Man getting 2 kills. Nice TP by Kuro, too, to come in.
Yeah.
Get the miscoil off at the last second as the attack was flying.
Miracle's going to get caught off guard. Ooh, what a big invis.
Morphling players and playing with low HP.
Yeah. I mean, that's also very fortunate that S4 eventually found the Satyr.
Mm-hmm.
That nuke was pretty integral to getting that kill.
The duking creep is very useful against the Morphling as nice kill setup. And we see that's also the reason why I think they picked the Lina. Just because it is really nice to play against versus the Morphling. And look at this, the mid tower push. All the prepping that they did in the early game, we always talk about it. Liquid taking mid towers. They brought in both supports just to be able to secure this. And now sumaiL.
With the tower dead, sumaiL. Nice body blocking from GH. That was really well done. Not enough to get the kill. Mind Control the top lane. Takes a lot of damage from the Wolves, but he'll be okay. Zartizi did not have the mana to pop his ultimate, otherwise he might have been able to run down that puck.
I would anticipate the move now towards the top, just like a focus on this top lane. Liquid, you want to get rid of this section of the map.
The top tier one.
And then subsequently you just take control of all of that.
And we saw like Matamba Man do very well in the previous series we cast with them, where he was playing Lone Druid, where he did side lane and rotated to mid nice and early, and then he went top lane, just like you're saying, and took that tower nice and easy. Big kill from Fly. Purifying Flame secures it onto GH. That'll allow EG to even up the score now. 3-3. They do have a 1,000 net worth lead. That is, well, no, not surprising, because we've actually traded towers. Mid-tier 1 has died on EG, but Liquid have lost their safe lane tier 1.
It's a really nice trade by them on the side of EG, because now this top push, I would like EG to defend this top push. I think this is the play for them. Because you've taken this bottom tower so early without having to have like rotated too much,
yeah,
I would like them to be able to defend this. Even just sending Arteezy up there and having TPs ready, I think would probably be the best move for them.
LSA landing on a GH, a huge amount of nuke damage comes out, but he is just tanky enough to survive and will heal off of that second Purifying Flame. Coming in from behind, Matamba Man is going to be able to go for a kill here. Fly very smartly disarms the bear, but he's
hoping
really
for no root.
He tries to go for the Purify
it's coming.
Mask of Madness, but the root is going to come eventually.
It was the 5th hit. And now everything's reset. Probably not going to get a kill even if he roots him.
Yeah, probably not. Can you purge off Mask of Madness? Because I thought I saw that happen there from the Oracle. And
it's dispellable.
So it is dispellable? Okay.
It's dispellable.
I thought I saw that happen. I actually did not know that.
L doggy.
So cool play by Fly, but not enough to save him. Arteezy.
Look at the line being drawn right now by MC. It seems like he does want people to come up here. I mean, that's normally the play. After you take that mid tower, you start going up to top. And he wants his teammates there a little bit sooner.
Kuro is fearless, and maybe he should be a little bit more fearful.
No, he's just dead. Okay.
Now he's dead.
Mind control saying, I have ulti, guys. Like, hurry up and come kill this guy.
And Evil Geniuses going to be able to pop that ultimate. Meanwhile, they're going on bottom right now, the Morphling. They do manage to get the Dream Coil, snapping the stun onto the Wolf, but he will be able to run away. Looks like Miracle got out as well. So both ganks will fail, but it's Liquids that's going to do a little bit more work here. They're going to secure this Tier 1 tower, it's looking like.
I really wanted them to be able to defend this.
Yeah.
They used Coil, too, and Mind Control's low. I feel like this should have been a defendable tower.
Yeah. Well,
the tower denied!
Nice play by Arteezy. EG instead are going to try and take the mid-tier 1 tower, but they're a little bit too late to set up and get that trade-off. So definitely a win for Liquid in that regards. GH getting the stun onto Crit. They're going to lay out the Sentry, revealing GH. But S4 has got to be careful here. He's a bit low. Bear's going to chase. Oh, Crit just throws out the damage. Laguna Blade, and the big nuke comes out from sumaiL, securing the Abaddon as well as the Lone Druid. Now GH is going to die as he comes back from his imprisonment into a Light Strike array. And that will be how EG secures the mid-tier 1 tower.
Yeah. If you're not going to defend the top one, I guess you go for this, but they're actually all backing out.
Really?
I feel like this was
just all in?
Yeah, I think this was a free tower. There's no glyph either. Huh. I guess they just don't prioritize it the same. Like, I mean, Liquid prioritized it so much that they were willing to skill Curse of Avernus level 1 and bring 5 heroes.
Dude, no Abaddon wants Curse of Avernus level 1. Not even Core Abaddon wants that god-awful ability. A full shrine time for the EG boys. So we're going to have 4 staff soon for sumaiL. S4, what do you think you go for here after Phase Drums? You think you want Blink to try and catch the Morphling with Blink. The Doom? Okay.
Blink sounds really nice this game.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, and we agreed on it, a second and a half later, he queues up Blink.
The problem's going to be is that it's not...
instant?
It can be counterplayed, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're fast enough on the Morphling and the Puck, there's Phase Shift.
Well, that's why he has the Centaur Stomp.
That's true. It's still an animation, though. But I think it's a slightly faster animation than casting Doom.
Oh, that was... I can't believe they backed off that tower, though.
It is pretty surprising.
That was...
That is a ward spotted Kuro. He will know that there's vision up there as well. Both teams know that they have vision on the high ground, but the thing is that Kuro is the one to pay for it with his life.
Yeah, once again, this bottom lane is gone.
Oh, get that Helm of Dominator.
Did you get it?
Arteezy tried to deny it, but Matama Man does get the last hit. That's 200 gold.
That's gold, baby.
That is good gold. Necro 1 up for the Lycan. EG taking some damage onto the Tier 2. Mass rotations coming out from Liquid, though. This is pretty well set up by them. They're going to be able to sandwich pretty easily. Fly, not going to go for him. Instead, they're going to go for S4, but a beautiful Centaur stun. S4, is that enough space for him? The Dream Coil's going to snap on him here. Eventually, they should be able to get that ensnare, and Fly, well, he's also in trouble. Miracle just needs one more swing, but Fly's pretty fast. He got the LSA stun on the bear. That gives S4 a little bit more space. He actually pops a healing salve here. He really thinks he's going to be able to survive. He might be right, too, as another Centaur stun happens again on that bear, eating his way through the trees. They successfully all get out. They could have committed for one kill or the other. They could have committed for the Doom more. They definitely could have killed Fly, but they split up the damage and don't get either.
And mid tower dies to Arteezy and his minions. Very well done from EG. I mean, that was a lot of opportune stuns in a row. Like, they had to, Crit had to hit 2 in a row, one on the bear so that he wouldn't get the root. Then he hit the one on the Sand King so he can get the wraparound. S4, as the bear mid-swing, hits the Centaur stun onto the ground, stops that from happening. And they bought a lot of time. That is not a low amount of time. That was like over a minute.
Yeah.
They took the mid tower as well. As a result.
The heavy rotations is now allowing this top lane tower to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think that was just a little bit too much space. Even if you get the kill with the Doom at that point, I don't even know if that's worth it to lose your mid tower and give up like a full minute and a half to OD to just farm.
Yeah. 4-8, a 4,000 net worth lead for Evil Geniuses right now. Arteezy is going to farm up the jungle while the rest of EG, they have some offensive plans. They've been smoked up, and the Doom and Lina are heading towards Arteezy. We've got the fastest Blink Dagger on a Doom at this event. And we've got a pretty early Ether Lens for Crit as well, but his smoke is going to pop here. Liquid actually going to try and go for the fight here. It's 50 minutes. They do manage to get the Doom onto the puck. A Phonic Shield immediately removing the Centaur stun, and it looks like the puck will be able to get away to safety unless Arteezy wants to go for that kill. He's already found Kuro. That's a pretty easy one. The Morphling surrounded by heroes. Waveform's down to the low ground, but that's where Arteezy is. They throw out the Laguna Blade and everything they have to be able to get that kill on the carry of Team Liquid. Bottom lane, Matumba Man is taking a tier 1 tower right now. A Burrow Strike onto 2. The Dream Coil on Fly. And looks like he, in a warding mission, ends up getting caught.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought they were going to Roche, though.
Yeah.
That, but
it was looking pretty good until Fly dies, and S4 felt like he wanted to try and protect that tower. Doesn't get it, though. Matumba Man successfully kills it, backs out. They get a scan on Arteezy, but that's not going to tell them much because Arteezy is just in full farm mode as he is approaching Necro 3.
All 3 of their cores are being enabled right now. So the mid thing was pretty cool, but as a result, like, Kuro did have to get his Curse of Avernus level 1, and we're seeing that, like, really hurt is he just really was never able to get back into things because they do get a kill, but it's 16 minutes in and he's only level 5.
Yeah.
Like that, the strat, I think the concept of it, really dope, but now you just kind of ruined your Abaddon's game, like you said. He just hits his level 6. Pretty late, honestly, and you just sort of have a dead hero right now. And as a result, EG's just farming out everything.
Yeah.
Just not really being pressured.
The Lycan's natural regen was able to kind of persevere in that top lane. Arteezy, you know, he was pressured a lot, but it was never enough to break him. He was able to bend a bit, you know, he got chased away from the creep wave that time, but he still walked away from that laning phase with his full amount of farm. Meanwhile, S4, I mean, very different situation, right? S4 pressured the Morphling pretty heavily, got that tower nice and early. And the result is Evil Geniuses do have a small lead here. Now, they're going to really start building up once they have that Necro 3. The Lycan's going to come into force, and we'll see how EG takes over the game. But Liquid does have a lineup that scales pretty well, right? I mean, this is still a Miracle Morphling.
It's still a Miracle Morphling, and they still have Matumba Man on Lone Druid, and his Radiance is coming up pretty soon. It's just you have to support a lot of cores. And EG have the best anti-core in Dota, which is Doom, right?
Yeah.
If you have one... I mean, Morph, I think in this game has to do a lot, because Lone Druid, obviously, late game is a little bit lackluster.
Trying to catch him, phase shift, blink away.
And so if you accept that, that means all you have to do is get the Doom out on the Morph. And that makes Miracle's life just difficult, honestly.
Yeah.
I think at some point there's going to be too much pressure on this Morphling, who isn't even that farm. This is not the typical Miracle game that we see, and I think a large part of that is because of their mid play, which was really cute. Like, I'm still a big fan of what they tried, but it did mean that Miracle was going to have a really tough laning phase.
Yeah. And having to go Lincoln's first is not the dream for Morphling, right?
I think he has to versus Doom.
Yeah, there's no way you can do anything else. Against OD, too, like the imprisonment initiation later on, and then the whole team sets up on you. That's really annoying.
Doom, Lina, OD. It all makes sense as...
Silence, Burrow Strike, a Laguna Blade immediately thrown out. They have every bit of ultimates. They've got Dream Coil, Epicenter, and S4 is still not dead. He does not get rooted down by the bear. Another great stun from Crit. And now the rest of Evil Geniuses is here.
That's not a good sign.
No, that is not.
That's not.
How is S4 so tanky? What items does he have? He's got just the
Are you
drums.
sure it's him being tanky or just Liquid not dealing a lot of damage?
Yeah, their lineup doesn't do a whole lot right now.
Until they get the Radiance out, until Miracle gets... I mean, even with the Lincolns, it's not the most damage that you can put out.
Yeah.
Puck is notorious for not being able... Like, he's a chip damage hero.
Right.
Doom loves chip damage. He welcomes it. And without Coil and Epicenter up, EG saying, come challenge us at Roche, and
GH tries to go for that challenge. Tries to go into the bit. Fortunately, he's able to burrow strike into the high ground. Kerr immediately pops his borrowed time. And EG, I mean, they were bold enough to go for the Roshan because of those cooldowns. But once they're challenged, they're timid enough to back up.
man, sumaiL and RTZ have just been farming this game. And they have not been punished whatsoever. 1-0-1 on RTZ, 2-1-2 on sumaiL in terms of score. But they just hit the creeps.
Yeah, we haven't actually talked about sumaiL and his farm pretty much at all.
I mean, he's going Hex. He's going to get it at very good timing if he continues to go unchallenged like this.
Coil, S4 still close enough to be able to grab that bounty
he
room,
won.
baby. Actually, S4 does
got
grab
it.
it in time.
Dude, he keeps getting cold, and he keeps.
And now
continuing to not
RTZ's
care.
just going to send the Necrobook 3. That's going to reveal the Sand King. Mind Control is going to have to jump away to make sure he doesn't take any damage so he can blink as well. RTZ, he's like, fine, I'm not going to catch you, Puck, but I will take your tower. And you're going to have to do something about it. Liquid are moving heroes over, but Evil Geniuses do have plenty of heroes here as well. And with this giant army that the Lycan has, they try and kill the ranged Necronomicon, but don't even get that.
He didn't want to commit back into that. And now it's the Necro 3 and 2,300 gold at 20 minutes on this Lycan. And somehow sumaiL is still more farmed. He's about to pick up a Hex, fully completed.
Is this a game where you go like BKB next on the Lycan and you just secure the game? You say, we're going to end it?
I think both the cores go BKB after.
Yeah.
And at that point, you can't get rooted. Puck does nothing to you. You won't care about the Radiance. Morph doesn't do enough right-click at this point. And especially with going the Lincolns first, that, I mean, you should feel like you're in a really, really comfortable position if you're EG right now.
Any lineup that can force Lincolns on Morphling, I'm like such a big fan of because it feels like the Morphling is so slow to come online because of it.
Yeah, that's the Hex. They got it, and now things become...
Very, very difficult for Liquid.
Because you don't have a Lincolns on Mind Control.
Yeah.
He went Yule Scepter. All the cores, aside from Miracle, are liable to die. And even Miracle, you just pop the Astral first into it, and they also have the Purifying Flames of the Oracle that can also grab you.
Yeah. And that... Traditionally, OD is a good counter to Morphling because that heavy pure damage against a hero that is either high armor or high HP. If he's high HP, great. You just keep beating on him and you're going to steal a ton of intelligence. If he's high armor, well, pure damage is going to make short work of a Miracle. He's going to be gone on here. There's going to be the interception, though. GH with the Burrow Strike. They have the long-range LSA onto the Morphling. Now the Doom as well. So he's pretty much out of the fight. And they've killed GH with the Sand King. He immediately buys back, though. They're going to try and fight this one as the Doom wears out. Crit lays out all the damage onto the Puck, catching him with the LSA and the Laguna Blade. A great kill there. A buyback for pretty much nothing, as GH was unable to stop EG running over some Liquid heroes there. But it also means, I guess that buyback does make it so EG does not feel comfortable taking Roche.
Yeah, I think that was a good buyback by GH.
Yeah.
He did it in the other game, too, where he was Tusk. It's one of those situations where it's like a preventative buyback. Because the Puck can't buy back, and even if he did, you'd rather use GH just to prevent that anyways. And realistically, it only costs you like 400 gold to continue the game.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do if you're Liquid, I think.
Oh.
Continue the game. They're going to Roche Pit, but I don't...
There's no way, right?
Yeah, I can't imagine this is a play that they actually want to make. Because sumaiL is going to TP for
this. This is going to get really bad for them, too, because there is the Wolf inside of it. They spot the Wolf. They know EG sees them. There is no Doom. There is no Lycan form. Can Liquid actually win a fight? Even though EG is up 6,000 net worth and their heroes are still quite strong at this part of the game, They're going to smoke up behind this. The Bear and the Morphling doing some work. Mind Control makes his jump. There is going to be the Dream Call, the follow-up epicenter. All of that magic damage is protected, though, because the Oracle. Now GH is going to lose his life. The Scythe of Ice in the back line as well. That means Miracle is going to get beat down bit by bit. They do have the imprisonment. Matamba Man being gone on by S4. Misses that big Infernal Blade hit. They're still going to be able to get that kill, though, as he dies to the Necronomicon minion. Miracle was able to fight through all of this, though. Is able to get the kill on Fly with help. And they're going to be able to chase down one more. The OD, Evil Geniuses, split their damage. sumaiL's desperately trying to get the kill on Puck, and he does get it before he dies to Miracle. A double kill for the carry of Team Liquid, but EG do walk away with more kills. It's a 3-for-4 exchange, but overall, the gold and experience, because they're behind, goes to the value of Liquid.
Yeah, that was a great fight for them, all things considered. Killing sumaiL and RTZ there is the big boon to them. They still continue to struggle against this S4 Doom, but being able to kill those 2 damage dealers is really important for them to continue this game.
Yeah.
I think sumaiL probably dropped his ult a little bit too early.
Yeah, it did no damage.
He thought he was like, I'm going to burst you. You have 800 HP. But the difference isn't as big as he thought it was going to be. Morphling's instats aren't bad at all. Like, he's got a Linken's plus a Wand. He's got 3 Wraith Bands.
He also turned into the OT and stole some intelligence back.
So he was good. Like,
yeah.
He barely lost any HP from that. And that really hurt sumaiL in that fight. If he waits a little bit, gets like 3 or 4 hits off in the fight, then drops the hammer, it's really hard for Miracle to play this game.
Yeah.
But as a result of just like all-in bursting it, they really lack the damage there. And Liquid's even going to pick up 4 bounty runes here.
Very good for them.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. All these little things, because I think they understand the position that they're in.
What a massive difference.
Yeah, the buyback onto GH.
Nice 2-man Burrow Strike. The follow-up coil as well as S4 pops his BKB. They get the Laguna Plate. That's going to be able to take away the Linken's. Now the Doom is on the Morphling. Kuro is going to stick with this Morphling. Just keep on healing him as much as possible. S4 is fully committed for it. They almost get the kill. They do manage to get it. RTZ's popped his ultimate with a blink forward of sumaiL. They have the Scythe of Ice on Kuro. Imprison him while he's got that borrowed time active. They're trying to get away on the Puck right now. They're going to leave sumaiL to deal with Kuro, and he is very dead for sure. They do manage to run down Matamba Man, but Mind Control gets out. This time, Evil Geniuses dominate the fight. A big difference when you have the kind of initiation that EG did compared to last time where Liquid had that sick Dream Coil epicenter.
I mean, some people are pinging for the Roche. S4's telling everybody to come over, and they were headed away from him, and he's like, no. We're doing this Roshan, guys. Great fight for them, and I think Liquid thought it was just going to be the kill on the Oracle, and they thought the numbers alone would be enough.
Yeah.
But it's S4 being as fat as he is, popping the BKB, running in, getting on top of Miracle. And Liquid, they did a very admirable job here as Mind Control.
Immediate, trying to go for the immediate Scythe. Does manage to quickly jump away, but he's going to be revealed here by Crit. No Blink Dagger, no Phase Shift, and he's going to be caught. They're going to be able to purge off that Yule Scepter. Bring him down to his doom. Now, Roshan still has not died, though, and it's at half HP. Miracle looks at the Roshan for a moment.
They're smoked up, though, on the side of EG. They want to take another fight.
Oh, I like this idea. Just keep on hitting him. They do have the Lycan form coming up for him in just 2 seconds' time. If they get the right kind of initiation on Miracle here, it's going to be massive. They lead with the LSA, manage to get the stun onto 2. S4 jumps forward, and boom! The hammer is just dropped. There goes that Morphling. GH is going to be caught by sumaiL as he continues to rack up that damage on him. Lina is blown up by Mind Control on the side there, and GH hiding in the trees. Eventually, he's going to be found by the OD. Meanwhile, S4 charging forward with his BKB like always. Kuro as well as Matamba Man are going to be in trouble. Matamba Man's going to live, but Kuro could not stay alive in that fight. Evil Geniuses buyback almost immediately on Crit, who's going to head down to the bottom lane and deal with that push, while the rest of the boys go straight at that mid-tier 2 and then head back, finally, to take Roshan.
Yeah, Liquid is pretty all-in on this game on stopping this Roshan and preventing it for as long as possible, because I think they realize once the Aegis goes into the hands of the OD or the Lycan, the game becomes so much more difficult.
Mind Control did buy back for that as well and is trying to catch sumaiL right now, who's Sice, 4 staffs, jumps away. S4 trying to catch him, does manage to get the Doom onto Mind Control. That's going to be dieback by him. Kuro could not save him there. Matamba Man coming forward with the Bear. You said Liquid's all in on stopping this Roshan, and they don't stop here. They're going to be able to find Crit. That is him dead. Dieback as well, 80 seconds, and Evil Geniuses do not feel comfortable finishing off that Roshan, but they are going to take the fight. The shapeshift goes out from Arteezy, starts leading all of his army towards DH, who's going to be forced to burrow strike away. A missed Centaur stun from S4. GH is completely burned out of mana, going to be burned out of health as well as the Necronomicons chase him down. Miracle does manage to turn to the OD and imprisons up the Doom to be able to waveform away, making sure that the Doom cannot Centaur stomp him. Looks like in the very back line, Kuro was run down by Arteezy's army, while Arteezy himself chases Miracle away. Miracle runs into the dire jungle, and surely now, Evil Geniuses, they did secure Roshan for themselves, have a 12,000 net worth lead. Liquid, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to fight Evil Geniuses anymore. This may just turn into a bit of a split-pushing game for them now.
I think that going for the 5-on-5, I felt like the Roshan idea was the best idea. It was like, well, if we give up Roshan, this game gets hard anyways, and we probably lose. And I love when teams do that. You play for the win, and you don't just say, I'll sit on my high ground and hope they make mistakes. At this level, I feel like that you don't really get away with that. Yeah. So you have to make these decisive maneuvers to try to get the game and control it in your own hands. That's why they went for the GH buyback. That's why they continuously ran at that Roche pit. Because they thought if we can make the fights chaotic enough, maybe everyone just like kind of loses sight of what's going on. But they weren't really able to accomplish that. And now, I mean, it is kind of like a, at least for the mid-game, you're saying, like, we're all in on the mid-game for doing this. And now the next phase of the game has to start, where you have to retool your plan. And Miracle? Oh, my lord.
That is the OD versus Morphling. And now you're going to see Liquid. I mean, they made a high-risk maneuver, right?
Yeah.
There was a high reward to it, though. Right? If they do successfully win a team fight and take a Roshan, like they've
reset everything. Yeah.
They're probably winning the game. It was going to be a hard fight to take. It was like a 60-40 fight. It was not going to be easy for them.
No, I think it was a great gamble. I just think that it's one of those things that won't always pay off. As I mean, sumaiL this time around, he's got a Mystic Staff. He's got the +2 Sanity's Eclipse multiplier. Now you can just straight up burst him like that.
Yeah, and he's going to blink and immediately go for the Scythe of Eyesight's going to be removed by the Aphotic Shield, so Mind Control's going to be okay. sumaiL just resets, though. 4 staffs down, while Arteezy has already taken the Tier 3. The melee Rax is soon to fall, unless they can somehow make a jump here from Liquid. Burrow Strike to be able to get away, but not to defend the barracks. Liquid, they know it is very difficult to take any engagement against EG. They need some sort of slip up first. They're going to be able to get the 200 gold off the Necro 3, but it's going to be EG turning on the Bear. Matumba's Bear is going to be saved by the Euphonic Shield, but as sumaiL just keeps on laying more and more damage into it, Evil Genius is heavily committing to try and kill that Bear. They do not get it, though.
The Bear flees. I love all the neutral characters in Dota. Like the Bear wasn't, he's just trying to be a friend.
It's just a panda bear.
I root for all Helm of Dom creeps.
This is definitely a messy game in that regard. We got Lycan, who's got Helm of Dom, Wolves. We've got our lovely Bear.
There's just a lot of stuff on the ground at any given time.
Yeah. It's a lot of little small back and forth. The Batten keeps on removing all these various disables, but it's never allowing Liquid to get offensive. They're never able to actually turn and fight that OD.
Who's got a full Shivas now?
Who's got a full Shivas?
He actually has built the second one of his team. Because S4 very casually has one himself. I mean, it just goes to show how farmed everybody on EG is at this point. Everyone can afford whatever items they want. Stack your Shivas. You don't care.
Do you think the armor is important in this game?
For OD? Yeah, I think the armor is important. Plus, it's just a good OD item, too.
Yeah.
He benefits from the int. The
he
active is not bad.
The slow as well. Yeah. 17,000 net worth lead. Evil Geniuses have erased the last remaining outer tower of Team Liquid. They've already taken the bottom melee barracks, and now they push the top lane, the Tier 3. It's fallen pretty fast due to the double siege wagon and all the damage coming out from Arteezy. But the epicenter going into the back line. GH is immediately going to try and pop the Oracle, but it's not going to be good enough. And
Miracle's gone already.
No! What happened to Miracle? What happened to the team? sumaiL just blew them all up. There's going to be the Centaur stun from S4 as the Abaddon borrowed time is just borrowed time indeed. And Kuro will call it here. They know they can't stop Evil Geniuses. EG, come back. They were 0-1 against Team Liquid, but they managed to come back in the series and end it 2-1.